According to attorney Devendra Kissoon, a founding partner of London House Chambers, the $150 million syndicated bond for the Sugar Corporation was an easy sell, given the government's guarantee and the 4.7% rate of return for the investors.
What it does show is the confidence of investors to be able to lend money to Guyana with the hope of recouping it. This bond was oversubscribed, which meant that there were persons who were dying to put their money into Guyana on the strength of a government guarantee.
Kissoon, in a recorded interview which was aired on the Ministry of Finance's Dollars and Cents program Thursday evening, said the bond represented one of the largest financial transactions in the Caribbean, mainly due to the government's guarantee.
Generally speaking, in our conservative society, this sort of thing hasn't been embraced or done before. And what it shows is how quickly we can raise revenue required for the purposes of development. So here we have a specific purpose bond that was issued to develop or operationalize Gaisuco. But imagine the possibilities. We don't need the oil revenue to come in. We can build the bridges that we need and the roads that we need in anticipation of the oil revenue coming to Guyana, so long as it's sensibly done and properly managed. It's a wonderful opportunity for all of us.
The attorney emphasized that the bond was not collateralized by the assets of the Sugar Corporation.
And NISIL, instead of having to collateralize some of its valuable assets or offering Gaisuco's assets for collateral, was able to do so just simply on the strength of the government guarantee. The government guarantee does act as a wonderful lending tool if properly managed and carefully used. We do think that we are able now, based on the strength of the guarantee, having tested the capital markets, that guarantee is so strong that we believe that there is the potential in the markets to raise over $1 billion quite easily for various infrastructural projects or otherwise. The rest of the Caribbean is teeming to be able to be part of the wonderful things that's happening here. And that's an opportunity that's too good for us to ignore.
As of December 31st, 2017, all of Gaisuco's assets were transferred to NISIL, which has set up a special purpose unit to manage the corporation. Gaisuco currently has only 3 estates in operation, namely Albion in Berbice, Blairmont in West Coast Berbice, and Iflot on the west coast of Demerara. Reporting for the newsroom, Farisa Hanif. A sovereign wealth fund is a national and state investment fund that invests mainly in foreign, non-domestic assets, such as bonds, equities, or shares and other financial instruments. During his presentation Wednesday, Attorney Charles Ramson Jr. said that there should be no question about the need for such a fund to manage Guyana's oil and gas revenues. However, he warned that partisanship could be the biggest mistake in the management of any such fund and suggested that the fund be managed by persons from the political divide in Parliament.
This is Guyana's oil. This is the oil that belongs to Guyanese people. And we have to be able to have a say and an understanding of how it is that this money is going to be spent. And if we don't have that say and we relinquish it either to technical persons overseas or maybe persons who don't have our best interests at heart, then all of that will go to waste and squander, as it has in many, many other countries.
Ramson said that just from the point of view of volatility, Guyana should set up a sovereign wealth fund. He made reference to the 2005 floods, which devastated the coastline, causing losses of roughly 60% of the country's GDP. Guyana's sovereign wealth fund legislation is modeled after Norway's, but Ramson said the fact that Norway took 20 years before they set up their fund should not be a consideration for Guyana.
If Norway took 20 years to set up a fund, why should Guyana set up a fund now? Shouldn't we spend our money on infrastructure, and shouldn't we spend on the things that we need to spend on now and maybe throw a big party? No, the answer is the reason why this even came up in the first place is because they themselves had huge volatility on their revenue. They had huge problems in being able to manage their fiscal and budget positions.
Ramson's presentation was hosted by the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and was well attended. Among those in the audience and asking questions was former Prime Minister Samuel Hines. Reporting for the newsroom, Farisa Hanif.